Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel and here is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos and leave commentaries and also educate, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So guys, I came by this video on my For You page on TikTok where this Carroll actually, sued Donald Trump that he, molested her when she was still, guys, I'm just gonna roll the clip as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Carroll sued Donald Trump for sexual assault and she won, civilly, millions of dollars. Then she sued him for defamation because he went out and publicly called her a liar, said it didn't happen. She and the courts proved that it did, and she won that lawsuit, $83.3 million. Carroll has been very expensive for Donald Trump. Touching her, talking about her, costs him a ton of money. You would think Donald Trump would want nothing to do with her, wouldn't want to look at her, mention her, and yet he won't stop. And her attorney was on MSNBC, and they asked her about it.
Over the weekend, it seemed like Trump kind of came awfully, I'm not a lawyer, but he came awfully close to defaming your client again. So let's just listen to that, and I just want to talk about it on the other side.
We haven't done anything wrong. We've done nothing wrong. This last case is we haven't done anything wrong. How about the one 2 weeks ago? A woman, I'm saying, who the hell is she? Who is the woman? It's so unfair what's happening in our country. Our court system is a mess.
So I'm just going to restate for everyone. Trump knows exactly who your client is. He was found liable for sexually abusing her and then defaming her by lying about it. Do you watch these, and could this warrant a third suit as you watch that?
As you said, what he said was absolutely a lie. 2 unanimous federal juries have found that not only did Trump know who E. Jean was, he sexually assaulted her and lied about it repeatedly. Everything he's said about her over the last 5 years has been a lie and has been defamatory. So we're watching, we're listening. We had really hoped that as I think the jury found, that $83 million would maybe be enough to convince him to keep E. Jean Carroll's name out of his mouth. Apparently, he showed us this weekend that he really cannot control himself, and that maybe it wasn't. But we'll see what happens as this continues to play up.
She very well might sue him again, and she would win, by the way, because he just can't shut up. This is the guy you all want running the country? She has cost him, with legal fees included, well over $100 million. She has been personally and professionally and financially humiliating and devastating to him. And all he has to do to not have to deal with her anymore is just not talk about her, and he can't shut the fuck up. He can't control himself. People talking about, oh, Biden has memory issues, dementia. He didn't know what he's talking about half the time. What's his excuse? What's Trump's excuse? Because if you go, oh, he has dementia and he really doesn't know any better, that I can kind of understand. You telling me he's coherent and he is consciously making a decision to walk himself into financial bear trap after financial bear trap because his ego won't allow him to shut the fuck up is insane. Anyone thinking he's good for anything is insane.
All right, I've got a question for you. I'm sure by now you've all heard about the verdict in the lawsuit that E. Jean Carroll brought against Trump, but if not, here's what happened. And already I'm seeing articles and headlines about how this could be the verdict that actually hurts Trump. I mean, even outlets like Just Security, an incredibly reputable place that uses, data and research and numbers to explain how this could be bad for Trump. And as loath as I am to set aside data and research, I can't shake the gut feeling that literally nothing that Trump does has ever dissuaded his voters from not supporting or voting for him. So that's my question to you. Do you think this verdict is actually a game changer and Republican voters will point to this verdict as a reason to not vote for him in 2024? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Trump claims he wouldn't have assaulted E. Jean Carroll because she's not my type. Pretty weird reason not to assault someone, but staggeringly, Trump's own lawyer showed him a picture of Carroll. Who is this? Oh, that's Marla. No.
That's Carroll. That's Marla. You disgusting toad.
I'm not a lawyer, but let me tell you how Trump went from owing this lady $5 million to now owing her an additional $83 million. This is E. Jean Carroll. She's a journalist, an author, and an advice columnist. Carroll sued Donald Trump, the 45th president of these United States, for an assault that happened between the fall of 1995 and the spring of 1996. In her lawsuit, Carroll says that after bumping into Trump at a department store in New York, the two shopped around a bit before Trump maneuvered her into a dressing room, pushed her up against the wall, pulled down her tights, and assaulted her. Initially, Carroll only shared this information with a couple of her friends. But then in June of 2019, Carroll made public claims about what she says Trump did to her. And in July of 2019, she released a book that detailed the events of what he did. By this time, Trump is president. And when the claims come out, Trump repeatedly denies them. He denies ever having met Jean Carroll and implies that she was working with the Democratic Party to make up false accusations about him, and even says that she isn't even his type. During an interview with reporters, a reporter questioned Trump about saying he had never met E. Jean Carroll, but yet there was a photograph of the two that existed. To which Trump replied, quote, "I have no idea who this woman is. This is a woman who has also accused other men of things, as you know. It is a totally false accusation. I think she was married, as I read. I have no idea who she is, but she was married to a actually nice guy, Johnson, a newscaster." And the reporter again says, quote, "You were in a photograph with her." 3 years after those initial comments were made, so at this point he's no longer president, Trump continued denying knowing E. Jean Carroll and denying the claims. On October 12th, 2022, Trump posted the following on his social media platform, quote, "For the record, E. Jean Carroll is not telling the truth. Is a woman who I had nothing to do with, didn't know, and would have no interest in knowing her if I ever had the chance. Now all I have to do is go through years more of legal nonsense in order to clear my name of her and her lawyers' phony attacks on me. This can only happen to Trump." Well, in May of 2023, a jury found Trump liable for the department store assault and for defaming E. Jean Carroll, specifically having to do with the 2022 comments that he made after he was president. And for the assaults and the 2022 defamation, Carroll was awarded $5 million. And now today, less than a year after that $5 million awarding, Carroll gets another judgment. This trial was specifically about the comments that Trump made about her and the assault in 2019, which was during the time he was president. This trial was not to determine if Trump was liable for the statements, but instead it was to determine how much he has to pay her after having been found liable. Carroll and her attorneys argued that Donald Trump shattered Carroll's reputation by knowingly making these false claims and that he needed to be punished so severely that it would prevent him from doing it anymore. And the jury agreed. So much so that they awarded her a total of $83.3 million, in addition to the $5 he already owes her. Carroll, who is now 80 years old, hugged her attorneys after the judgment was read and later issued a statement saying, quote, "This is a victory for every woman who stands up when she's been knocked down and a huge defeat for every bully who has tried to keep a woman down." So that's the recap on Trump's latest L. And that's our president.
E. Jean Carroll has officially won her lawsuit against Donald Trump regarding sexual assault and defamation, officially labeling him what we already knew as a creep and a sexual predator. While it's sometimes hard to cheer in situations like this because situations like this should never happen, it is an amazing feeling to have confirmation and affirmation that no matter who you are, you can stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself and get the justice you deserve, no matter how powerful your abuser is. Hopefully this is just the beginning of many guilty verdicts against Donald Trump, but for now, it's a good day.
I can't wait to hear why one of the most successful businessmen of our time isn't able to afford the $83.3 million defamation settlement he's just been asked to pay by a jury. Not asked, required. The MAGA people are going to tie themselves in knots. And as I said in my tweet, I will ride those waves of MAGA tears like that angry ice horse in Frozen 2. of which I still do not understand the plot. Remember last year, after he was found guilty of sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll, Trump kept on and on and on in defaming her. She's like, I'm going to take your ass to court. And she did, and she won. Surely not helping is the fact that Trump stormed out of the courtroom in closing arguments. Even less helpful is the fact that the judge was threatening to send his lawyer to jail over the amount of interruptions she kept making. But I think you get what you pay for when your lawyer says they'd rather be pretty than smart. I'm pretty sure that's an actual quote somewhere. Honestly, I don't really know what more there is to say about this case, so I'll just close out with the words from our president, Joe Biden, be best.
So this is Roseanne Barr. She of the racist rant while blaming it on Ambien is at it again. So women, I have a question. Is there a very special place in hell for women like Roseanne Barr who mock the pain and suffering and sag assaults of another woman? Because Roseanne Barr has done just that. She recently posted a video that I'm about to show that mocks what Donald Trump did to E. Jean Carroll. Let's roll the video.
What happened, Mom? We're Bergdorf. Are you okay? You look very shook.
No, I'm not okay because I just had a horrible flashback, a horrible memory. Right now, I realize that 26 years ago, Joe Biden raped me right here in that dressing room in the shoe department where I went in to change my shoes.
Oh my God.
He raped me in here. Joe Biden. He raped me right here in the shoe department.
And these are your maggots, your MAGA supporters. I wonder what drug she's gonna blame it on when the backlash starts this time.
Like, seriously, lovelies, when I came about this on my For You page on TikTok, I was like, are you kidding me? So this man actually have a case with this, particular woman who accused, him of, defaming her, of abusing her. And he decided that he was going to lie about it. Like, Trump decided that he was going to deny it, like, how it is. And now this woman is suing her, suing, him, Trump, for defamation. And this is making her to actually cash out big time from Trump. Instead of Trump to actually, accept, okay, you've done wrong, you've actually did it, there's no need lying against about it, even if, at the detriment of your career. This actually, is something that we have to reflect. No matter what you're doing, no matter how your life is going right now, you just have to do something that might not actually affect you in the future. There are so many people that those things that think that they are going to get away with it, but you don't know that that's what they call karma. This is actually an example of being commonized. A lot of people, especially men, they want to hurt people, want to do, assail women and all of that, thinking that they're going to get away with it. But you don't know what tomorrow tells. You don't know where you're going with. You don't know where you're going to. So any other thing that you might do in life, maybe growing up and all of that, might actually run back to haunt you when you are on your, at your peak in life. This is what is going on with Trump. Like, this guy is just like, seriously. The other day, I actually stitched a video on my other channel, Belinda's channel, where this man decided that he was going to produce a shoe that is meant for, his target market was actually black people, because he said that black people are some kind of people that are actually going to vote him because they love all these fashion stuffs. And now this, when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, I'm so disappointed. Seriously, love this. And another thing that got me talking on this, stitches that I put together was this other woman mocking someone that was assailed. Like, how could a woman actually do that to a fellow woman? That means, are you trying to tell us that she is actually lying, or she is actually trying to make things up? That was just talking about the last woman that I stitched her video, trying to oh my God, Trump did this over there. Like, she is indirectly mocking these other women. Or maybe she's probably trying to, like, okay, you just lied about it. Does she know how it feels? Someone that actually went through that is traumatized, and now you as a woman, oh my God, where is the woman supporting women? Now, seriously, when I saw her and the mockery, thing that she used, it was just so irritating, because this is actually coming from a woman. Because you do not know what it feels or what it means for someone to go or pass through that. Do you know how long it took her to actually, okay, this is time for me to, come out and say what actually happens to me? Do you know what she went through? Do you know the psychological effects that it has on her, or the impact that it has affected her? And you are just so comfortable to mimic her. Oh my God, Trump, that. But this woman actually took out and won all the cases. She won. And you are here trying to make her feel that maybe she actually lied with the whole thing. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please, share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.